19/9/2022. God says, "Sweet children, you are once again studying Raja Yoga. God is teaching you once again, and you are studying in order to claim a kingdom. Constantly remember your aim and objective." Question: what preparations are you children now making in great happiness? Answer: you are now preparing to shed your old bodies in great happiness and go back with the Father. You have to practice this here so that you can shed your bodies in remembrance of the Father alone and not have to choke at that time. Your student life is a carefree life, therefore become choke proof. Song: Hey traveler of the night, do not become weary. The destination of the dawn is not far off. Om Shanti. You spiritual children are studying. When a student studies, he knows what he is studying. He knows who is teaching him, what his aim and objective is, and what is the attainment. He knows all of that very well. All of you now know that you are changing from humans into deities. At this time, you become Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Brahma. What are you studying? Raj Yoga. You understand that you are studying Raj Yoga once again. Other students would not say that they are studying once again. Here, you children have the faith that you are once again studying Raja Yoga, which you also studied 5,000 years ago. Only you have this knowledge. God has come and teaching you once again. This is no smaller matter. You children also know that there is only one God but many devotees. This proves that there is one Father and many children. Everyone accepts that the Father is the Creator. The creation receives the inheritance from the Creator. A question was asked last night about how the Father can be recognized. The Father himself says, "I have made you my children. This is why you are able to sit in front of me. I am once again changing you from humans into deities. I am teaching you Raja Yoga, through which you will become Lakshmi or Narayan." Your aim and objective should remain in your intellects. It is in your intellects that when it was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan, there was only one kingdom over the whole world. Therefore, you children should sit and explain the pictures to show what you are studying. This is our aim and objective. When a child is studying at school, his parents are aware of what he is studying. You are studying here to claim the kingdom once again. Therefore, you should also tell your friends and relatives that you are studying Raja Yoga in this Gita Pathshala, through which you will become the kings of kings. Elderly, young and children all come to this school. This is a wonder. This does not usually happen in a school, which is why this is called a satsang, spiritual gathering. All go to a satsang. None of those who go to a satsang would say, "We are going to study Raja Yoga." It is not God who is teaching them. God Himself is teaching you. These pictures should be put up in every home. Explain to whoever comes, your mother, father, friends, and relatives, that this is what you are studying. This study is very easy. The name is Easy Knowledge and Easy Raja Yoga. King Janak received knowledge and became liberated in life in a second. People say, we want to receive knowledge like King Janak did. Knowledge that can be acquired while living in our households. This study is very elevated. You have to change from humans into deities. The praise of deities is so great, full of all divine virtues. 16 celestial degree pure. This is the land of death. That is the land of immortality. The impure word is devilish and the pure word is divine. In order to go to the pure word, you have to become pure. Lakshmi and Narayan were pure, but they no longer exist. This is an impure kingdom. You have to become pure once again. The picture of Lakshmi and Narayan is very good. Everyone loves Lakshmi and Narayan. This is why people build very big, beautiful temples to them. They only build small temples to Krishna, as though they are for small children. They don't know that Radhe and Krishna become Lakshmi and Narayan. You can explain that 5,000 years ago, it became the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in Bharat. There aren't any picture of anyone else. The Sun dynasty is very famous. There was the dynasties of Lakshmi and Narayan and Ram and Sita. And then the world became copper-aged and iron-aged. It is now the end of the Iron Age, and we are studying the same Raja Yoga once again. We studied Raja Yoga 5,000 years ago and claimed the kingdom. Surely, they, the deities, were completely wiseless. The word has now become impure. Therefore, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, has to come. They even sing, O Purifier, come. He is incorporeal. Krishna is a prince of the golden age. How could he come and purify anyone? Therefore, it has to be explained that no corporeal being can be called God. People of other religions believe God to be incorporeal. He is the liberator, the guide, and the blissful God, the Father. He is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness for all. When the Father removes sorrow, He must also be giving happiness. You can explain to your friends and relatives, etc., that many people out there recite the Vedas and scriptures, whereas everyone here listens to the one. The Father says, only listen to me. God speaks, and so He would surely have to enter someone's body. It is also recommended that Brahmins were created through Brahma. You are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. 5,000 years ago, Brahmin were created through the lotus lips of Brahma at the confluence, and those Brahmins later became deities. We have now changed from Shudras into Brahmins, and we will later become deities. We are studying Raja Yoga once again. We also studied it a cycle ago. Then people will realize that they are speaking with great faith. God speaks, I make you into kings of kings once again. These words are accurately written in the Gita. By studying Raja Yoga, we claimed the kingdom. Then in the Copper Age, Ravan's kingdom began. Ravan's kingdom is now coming to an end, and we are once again studying Raja Yoga. In other schools, they don't say that they are studying once again. This is only in the intellect of You children, Baba says, I have come once again to teach Raja Yoga. The Mahabharat war took place at that time. The Pandavas used to listen to the Gita. You are spiritual guides. O spiritual children, that is, spiritual guides, don't become tired. The father says God definitely speaks the Gita. These are the versions of God. You understand that you are studying Raja Yoga in order to attain the happiness of heaven. God is incorporeal. They celebrate Shiva Jayanti, which means that Shiva must have taken birth to do something. He would have given the inheritance. In the golden age, there were definitely the deities of Sun dynasty. There are many in a dynasty, just as there were the dynasties of Edward the First, Second, Third, etc. So it is the same here. You children can explain the pictures very well. This Brahma says, I am not God. The one who created me must be someone else. With whom did I study? If my guru were human, there would then be hundreds of thousands who studied with him. Would it only have been this one who studied? Where did all the rest of the followers go? These are the versions of God. He has explained the significance of this and has had these pictures made. Lakshmi and Narayan in their childhood were Radhe and Krishna. The God of the Gita says, I come cycle after cycle at the confluence of the cycles. There is no question of annihilation. You say that you are becoming deities. Once again, Shiva Jayanti is also remembered, but that did not happen hundreds of thousands of years ago. The father sits here and says there is no essence in those scriptures, etc. While you have been studying them, your degree have decreased. There are now no celestial degrees left. The father says, no one is able to meet me by performing devotion. I have to come. It is said that God will come in some form or other. Krishna is a prince of the golden age, whereas Shiva is incorporeal. He must definitely have entered someone. He is the purifier, and so he must surely have to come at the end of the iron age. It doesn't seem right for Krishna to exist in the copper age. The father says, I only come at the confluence age. I fit in the boot of Brahma. Nothing can change in this drama. They have created so much confusion. This is why the question is asked, who is the God of Gita? This is very essential. All the confusion arises because of that. Who is the one who transforms hell into heaven? Only the Father can carry out this task. Lakshmi and Narayan were very active. The Father says, remember me alone and your sins will be destroyed in this fire of yoga. Not everyone will understand this. Some like this very much but do not have the courage to remain pure. The sapling of the deity religion is now being planted. Those who became Brahmins a cycle ago are the ones who will become Brahmins again. No one except the Father can plant this sapling. Those who belong to the deity religion must definitely change from Shudras into Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Brahma. Otherwise, how could they become deities? The variety from image also has to be explained. Shiva too is shown above the top knot. They have removed Shiva and the Brahmin clan and just shown the deities and the warriors. The variety form that they show is also in the form of Vishnu. The knowledge of how humans go around the cycle of 84 births has to be understood. No one else has this knowledge. The Father says this knowledge disappears, it cannot continue for all the time. Deities do not have the discus of self-realization. You have this. However, because you have not become complete, this symbol is portrayed as belonging to the deities. By spinning the discus of self-realization, by becoming as pure as a lotus flower, by blowing the conch shell, you become deities. Shiv Baba is establishing the land of Vishnu through Brahma. These aspects are not in anyone else's intellect. God is teaching you and you are becoming the master of the word. Therefore, how happy you should be. A student life is the best. A life of study is a good carefree life. Afterward, people get trapped in the web. It is a web of so many types of sorrow. In the golden age, there is no such things. Each soul leaves his body in happiness. In Ravan's kingdom, death takes place after choking. You are happily making preparation in the consciousness that you are going to Baba. You are sitting here in order to shed your old bodies. Then for 21 births, there will be no question of choking. You should not choke at all in this birth. You are changing from impure to pure. Stay in great happiness. Acha, it is good that you are going from here to the subtle region. You are to become angels. You have been choking for half a cycle. You are happily preparing yourselves to go to Baba. You are becoming choke-proof here. There have been many sannyasis who left their bodies while just sitting somewhere and there was dead silence all around. They think that they will merge into the Brahma element. However, no one goes there until the Father comes. Shiv Baba's treasure store Bhandara is constantly full. It is said that all the sorrow and pain of those who eat from the treasure store are removed. Untimely death takes place here. Anyone who comes to the treasure store of Shiv Baba, the purifier, will become pure. That is why this is called Brahma Bhojan, of which there is great praise. Very good yoga is also needed. Prepare food and eat it in the state of yoga, and you will make a great deal of progress. Such food is still filled with a lot of power. You receive a great deal of power if you eat in a state of yoga, and you also remain healthy. Baba himself says, I eat in remembrance as though Baba and I are eating together. However, I still forget Baba. The body has to be shed in remembrance of the Father alone. There should be no choking. You should practice in this way. When you stay in remembrance of Baba, you receive peace and you also become healthy. The food becomes pure. There is the praise of your final stage. If you want to know about super sensuous joy, ask the gopis and gopis. The explanation in the picture of the tree is very good. The Trimurti and the cycle are also necessary. Day by day, your name will be glorified a great deal. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, from the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence of Dharana. Number 1. In order to remain constantly healthy, prepare and eat food in remembrance. At the time of eating, let there be the consciousness of eating with Baba, and that food will then be filled with strength. Number 2. In order to become a deity, blow the conch shell and continue to spin the discus of self-realization. Make your life as pure as a lotus flower. Blessings, may you make the speciality of your Brahmin birth your natural nature and become an easy effort maker. Someone born in a royal family reminds himself or herself again and again, I am a prince or a princess. Even though his or her actions may be ordinary, they do not forget the speciality of their birth. In the same way, your Brahmin birth is also a special birth. Your birth is elevated, your dharna, religion, your dharma, religion is elevated, and your karma, action is elevated. When this greatness, your speciality, is in your awareness in a natural way, that you will become an easy effort maker. Souls who have a special life cannot perform ordinary actions. Slogan is, in order to remain double light, become a destroyer of obstacles. Om Shanti.